Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. We finally have a new mini in the game again with Thrall, the new Horde leader. And in this video I'm going to take a look at all of the secrets of Thrall, how it actually works, and what are the best talents for Thrall. So Thrall is a 4-gold Horde leader, 1500 health, 180 single target physical melee damage, so swings with the axe, 1.8 seconds attack speed, so that's 100 DPS, sort of. Except that after every 2 swings, Thrall is actually going to cast its version of Chain Lightning, which may decrease the DPS if Thrall is against a single target, or increase the DPS if there are multiple targets available. Thrall has movement speed of 2, medium. Thrall has detect, so Thrall can attack minis in stealth. Thrall can't point them out for other minis, so even if you have other minis around, they can't attack until Thrall has hit the mini, because when a mini in stealth takes damage, then it is unstealthed. So Thrall is only the 3rd mini with this ability, Dire Battlings and Fairy Dragon being the other 2. Thrall also has a leader ability, Warchief's Presence, which means that all nearby, and nearby in this case means radius of 6, and that's actually a very small radius. So Horde and Elemental allies get plus 20% damage, and they also gain Resistant trait, which is minus 50% elemental damage taken. The radius 6 is very small. Arthas makes those skeletons at range of 6.5, Dragizet gives Resistant on a range of 8, and Dragizet has that increased elemental damage taken aura for a range of 9, so that range of 6 is very small. And potentially some of your ranged minis will be outside of that aura while Thrall is fighting, so that's a bit of a downside. Warchief's Presence, it's removed when a mini moves further than 6 away, so you enter the area, you gain the aura, you go away and you lose the aura, pretty simple. And Thrall does not buff itself, but another Thrall can. So if you have 2 Thralls, then they both gain the buffs because they buff each other. And Safe Pilot crash damage is not buffed. Safe Pilot is not considered to yet be in the area when it's crashing down, so it doesn't get that plus 20% damage for the crash. Then that Chain Lightning attack. Thrall actually has 2 different Chain Lightning attacks. Thrall can always cast Chain Lightning on flying minis if no other targets are available, or if flying minis are just the closest target, so the one that Thrall is going to target, then Thrall can keep casting Chain Lightning over and over again on those flying minis. Then Thrall also starts with 1 charge of Chain Lightning on ground minis, which is a separate Chain Lightning ability, and after every 2 melee swings he gains another charge, but he can only stack 1 charge, so he has to have used it. So Thrall will cast Chain Lightning after 2 melee hits on a ground target as well. The 2 abilities are otherwise completely identical. So both of Thrall's Chain Lightning abilities have 1.7 seconds attack speed, they deal 125 elemental damage, Chain Lightning itself deals 150. They have 8 range, and they bounce to 2 additional targets within a range of 6. So Chain Lightning bounce range is only 3, so they really bounce quite far in that sense, although it's 7 with Stone's Reach. And Chain Lightning of course bounces to 20 targets, and this only bounces to 2 targets. So even if it's called Chain Lightning, it's quite different. And Thrall is a leader, so Thrall has army slots. Horde, and Squad are Thrall's basic army slots, and Thrall cannot get cycle slot, fast slot, or siege damage slot for the bottom row, but despite this, Thrall can actually buff every mini in the game. And then Thrall's talents. So Thrall has Feral Spirit, up to twice per deploy. Summon 2 Feral Spirits at 50% health. So if you're able to heal Thrall back up to above 50% and he falls down to 50% again, he can summon these Spirit Wolves for a second time. There's a counter that makes sure that it's up to 2 times and not more. And the Spirit Wolves themselves, there are 2 of them. They have 700 health, their movement speed is 4, so they're fast, and they bite, 100 elemental damage, 0.9 seconds attack speed, 1.5 range, hit ground minis only. So that's 111 DPS per wolf, and Thrall has around 100 DPS, so they are significant DPS increase for Thrall. They also dash, 100 elemental damage, a 6 range charge basically, so they can close the gap real fast and then just start hitting. And they also taunt, so when they're summoned, they taunt, 10-second duration, 1.5 range, a single use taunt effect. So they won't taunt another time, they only taunt once against immediate melee targets that Thrall is fighting against. Let's send Thrall out there with some Feral Spirit. So here we go. Go Thrall, go! Whack some raptors and get some spirits going. And there come the spirits. And then we're going to send out Shaman. Shaman is trying to heal Thrall up to above 50% health. Now Thrall is getting healed. Nice. Spirits are doing their things. Thrall gets more damage. And Thrall sends another wave of spirits. And they keep dealing damage. So that's some feral spirit action. Then Thrall has Totemic Mastery. Summons a totem at his location and a new one every 10 seconds. There are 4 different totems. They should always be summoned in the same order. Although I'm not quite sure about that. It seems that there's something weird going on sometimes with the order. I'm not completely certain what the order really should be either. Anyway, each totem lasts for 10 seconds, and Thrall summons a new totem every 10 seconds, so when one totem goes away, another comes up. And in the game files, the order is this, but actually I think it looks a little bit different in the game, so we'll see. Blizzard has also said that there might be something weird going on with this, so we'll see what the order is eventually going to be. Anyway, the totems are Wind Fury, plus 25% attack speed to allies map-wide, so that's pretty powerful. Searing, 25 elemental damage every second to an enemy within a radius of 6. So that's really, really weak. That's not much of anything. Then there's healing, 25 healing per second to allies map wide. So that can be good if you have tons of stuff, but the healing amount is still very, very low. And then there's Earthbind, minus 25% movement speed to enemies map wide, and that really does slow them down. So I think Wind Fury and Earthbind are pretty good, Searing and Healing less so. Alright, let's have Thrall help out with some totems. So here is Thrall. Totems are coming to aid the Horde here in this battle. Thrall fighting, dropping more totems. Still somehow alive. Now getting healed a little bit, but as you can see, those healing ticks are not that impressive. They can't really outdo the damage from the tower. But they are global, so that happens everywhere. Now, could I position Thrall a little bit closer to get the Searing Totem properly into action? I'm going to need a little bit of something here. Searing Totem. A little bit out of range again. Totem after totem. They are global effects, so they do help everywhere. If we drop another Thrall, then the totems that they drop will follow the same cycle. So now they're just... one is dropping one part of the cycle, the other one is dropping the other. Now we have a little bit of healing going on. We have had a little bit of attack speed going on, so some totem power here and there. And finally, Thrall has Call of the Horde. Gain Bloodlust for 5 seconds and Pulse Lightning whenever a Horde ally is deployed. So Thrall gains these effects. Thrall gains the Bloodlust. Thrall will pulse with this lightning, not the Horde ally. And wherever you play the Horde ally, Thrall is going to do this, or any Thralls that you have on the board. And any Horde minis count. So even if you cast a Horde spell, Thrall will gain the Bloodlust. Thrall will pulse with lightning. And the lightning itself actually deals pretty decent damage, 200 elemental damage, only 6 radius though, so pretty close range, cannot hit barracks, so you can't just get Thrall next to the enemy base in PvP and spam Horde minis and get those hits. It doesn't work, it doesn't deal any damage to barracks. It does hit both ground and flying minis, although their height range is pretty low, so I have had some occasions where I think that it's not dealing damage properly, and I think it's because the height range is so low. Well, it seems a little bit weird sometimes. But anyway, playing Horde minis, Thrall will pulse with lightning and go with Bloodlust. Alright, it's time for Thrall to call on the Horde, so here we go. Thrall is going in and Thrall uses some lightning. And there, as you can see, the range was pretty low. I couldn't get it to hit there, but here we go again. Thrall with some power of lightning. So what are the best Thrall talents? By far the best Thrall talent is Feral Spirit. The Spirit Wolves, they are quite strong, and if you can heal Thrall back to above 50%, he will summon them again, so that's a lot of wolves. They're really fast, they deal pretty decent damage. They're just really, really good. And then I had some difficulty deciding, well, what would be the second pick? But I think Totemic Mastery is the second pick. Wind Fury and Earthbind are pretty good. The other two are not so good, but at least 3 of them are global. So Thrall is going to give you some kind of buff while he's on the board, even though I didn't find Totemic Mastery to be that influential. But I guess the same problem comes with Call of the Horde. So Call of the Horde, if you could cycle really fast with Horde minis and get multiple Thralls out there, get a lot of Horde minis played, then Call of the Horde could do some really serious damage. But there are not a lot of cheap Horde minis, so it's really, really hard to do. So it's really hard to use Call of the Horde very effectively. You need to build your deck very carefully to take advantage of it, and even then it can be a little tricky. But I mean, it's just a single 1 gold Horde mini away from potentially being really good. But right now it just felt really clunky to use. So that's why I would pick Thrall talents in this order. And those were the secrets of Thrall and how Thrall works, and overall pretty fun leader. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.